2001 Jeep Wrangler TJ 4.0 daily driver project. What do we got going on with this thing? We got a valve cover leaking. We got some plugs I want to put in this thing. We got a few other little things. Fog lights aren't working, but my oil leak is getting a little worse in this thing, and I need to fix the oil leak on my pickup truck. So this is going to double as a daily driver here for a little while. So I've got to get these things addressed so I can drive this thing to work for however long I need to. So I'm going to shed a little light on the situation here, and let's start digging into this thing. So I have been driving this thing here and there a little bit, and I've been smelling some oil burning off. So I figured I had a little bit of a valve cover leak issue. If it'll focus, kind of hard to tell, but way in the back there I've got oil drippage. Yeah, right there. You can see it from the back there. It's really wet, dripping down off the backside of the, hey, there's, watch out, buddy. Off the backside of the engine down on the bell housing, it's dripping down there. So we're going to put a valve cover gasket on this thing. I want to put a set of plugs in there just because the guy had no idea when the last time they were changed. Like I said, fog lights are not working. I'm going to look into that. Oil change, wiper blades, just to give this thing kind of a little once over here just to make it a little more reliable. I don't have to worry about anything. I've already kind of looked everything over. Everything looks pretty good except for these few little things. So that's what we're going to be working on tonight. Valve cover looks pretty straightforward. Pull this tube off, get that out of the way. Just going to pull it loose here and down on the throttle there. Get some of these things out of the way here. These back bolts, who knows how tight those are, but we're going to find out. Other than that, looks pretty well out in the open. First time really doing anything to this thing since buying it. Kind of excited to get my hands dirty on it. Oh, man. How's the throttle look? A little dirty, not bad. Not bad. See if I can get these things out of the way here. Is that going to come off or is that petrified? Maybe on this side. Whoop. Huh. Okay. These things, you're going to need to come up and get these things just to, if I can get these things out of the way here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one all the way through so it's not over top. Looks like we got some 11 millis all the way around. I'm just using a 1/4-inch ratchet. These don't seem too terribly tight here. Now let's see if we can squeeze this humdinger out of here. She's loose. If we're catching on anything or not, I don't even know. Hopefully there's not like something stupid you got to take out just to dangle this thing out of there.
So the audio did not pick up this part, but I did get this thing out of there. There was a couple things I had to take out of the way for some extra clearance. There was this bracket right here, left front, goes on those AC lines there, and then there was this nut back there on that ground stud I pulled off to gain some clearance. Then I went ahead and just checked all the rockers just for good measure.
Pull the old gasket off here. This thing looks crusty. Yep. Oof. Yeah. She's a leaker. Got a new gasket off Amazon. Nice little $25 special or so. I'm going to wait to clean this valve cover off. I'm just going to wipe the surface, the mating surface down and mount her up there because I'm going to steam clean the back side of this engine once I get everything all back together. And I got to steam clean the bottom side and everything, get all the oil off. And I'll just give the top side of the valve cover a quick wash when I do that. All right, new gasket time. What do we got here? Nope. Yep. Go ahead and slam this thing in there. Got these little studs one here and one alignment studs there. Make sure you know you're in the right way. I wonder if this thing is supposed to come off and give you more room. It's staying on there. Slam the valve cover back in this thing. I really wish I was taking the time to clean this thing up first, but like I said, I can spray it off when I'm done. I just am really kind of particular about getting certain things clean when I reassemble, and this is like one of those times, but I'm in the garage, so we'll deal with it later, make it look pretty. My mind's telling me no, but my time frame is telling me you have to. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Let's get down in there. Where are we? What are we? Oh, look at that. Just got to bang on the top. Force it in there. That's all it was. All my bolts are in there. I can go ahead and torque this thing down. As with anything, obviously, you want to torque to spec. I don't know what the torque spec is on this thing, but my wrist does. So I'm going to go ahead and... Click. All right. That's good. I'll go to the other side here. Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay. Click. All right. We're good. I'm going to go all the way around, and valve cover should be good to go. Valve cover torque down to spec. I do want to throw some plugs in this thing. I've got 6 Champion plugs. Cheap, things aren't as... I remember cheap Champion plugs being like $1.50 for one plug, and now they're like $5 a plug for the cheapest Champion, which is outrageous. So, that's the world we live in now, I guess. But I do want to throw a set of plugs in this thing because I don't know when they've ever been changed, and the guy I bought it from does not know either. So might as well pull them out, inspect them. They can tell us a few things, if we got any issues. And then just peace of mind, we know we got some new plugs in this thing. Looks like it's pretty straightforward. You got your coil pack here. Looks like some 13s. Doop, doop, doop. One back there. Your plug-in is back there. Looks like a joy to get to. And then we'll squeeze that thing out of there, pull the plugs out, take a little peek. Easy peasy, as my 4-year-old would say. Question is, how easy is this connector back here? Boy, you couldn't have just thrown that on the front, huh? Oh, man. Easy peasy, right? As I just said, easy peasy. Come on. Come on now. Oh, yeah. Come on now. Oh, all right. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Yeah, everything is just lemon squeezy. Come on now. What? Man, for as being as out in the open as this thing is, kind of giving me a fit. Okay. Numero uno. Hopefully these are what my plugs look like. The new ones I got. We got some Champions RC12 ECC. They don't look the newest, but the tips don't look too bad. So that's the first one. Let's check the rest of them. So our spark plugs all look pretty good that I pulled out of there. I don't really see any kind of irregular, efficiency going on here. They all look pretty well the same. And it turns out the plugs I got are the exact same Champion part numbers that I took out of there. So I'm going to save one of these plugs. You never know. You might have an issue someday. You can steal one of these and throw it in there if you got a misfire or something. But I'm going to gap these to 35.035. That should be plenty good for our 4.0. Not sure why anyone would do drugs when they can gap spark plugs and tune their engine up. It's like meditation. Oh yeah. Since we got the engine all buttoned up here now, plugs are in and everything, I want to check out these fog lights. And I will say one thing I noticed was this fog light over here is unplugged, and I do not know why. That's how I bought it, so I left it. I figured I'd plug it back in and just check it out with you guys. So we'll plug it back in. Let's turn them on. See, maybe we got one that comes on. Nothing. I guess we'll check the fuse just to check it and go from there. I got a test light brought home. This is promising right here. I have no idea what that goes to. That's everything else is working. Hopefully that's not some rigged up something for the fog lights. Take this out. Oh, that's quality right there. Even got a little spider web on there. Nice. Okay. Don't know what that is. Is the fuse good? Fuse is good. So do we even have a fog light fuse over here? Switch headlamp starter. Here we go. Fog. 20 amp fuse 19. Let's check her out. That'd be like right there, right? We're missing a fuse. Scrounged up a 10 amp. Couldn't find a 20 amp. But we'll try the 10 amp for now. See if we have fog lights. Look at that. We got fogs, baby. That's the easiest thing I've done all day next to the Isuzu injection pump I did. Consider it fixed. For an oil change tonight, I'm using a Wix filter. Picked it up from O'Reilly's. Easiest oil change you can do on these things, which is nice. Filter is right here on the side. And for oil, only the best. O'Reilly's brand conventional 10W30. You don't got to get too fancy on these old things, these old rigs like this. Just like the old small block 350 Chevys, just conventional 530. Some of this newer stuff, obviously some of you guys run into newer stuff requiring specific types of oil, but these old rigs, I mean, I just go with the cheaper stuff I can find. This stuff's going to be just fine for as much as I'm going to be driving this thing. 6 quarts is what this thing's going to take. Get in there. There we go. Totally made a gosh dang mess all over the side of the engine, so while that drip dries, we can change these blades out. I already pulled one off here because I need to go up and match one up. It's a 13-inch blade, but you can see these things are just shot, so it need new blades. Got the cheapest Bosch Spectrum Direct Fit from O'Reilly's. These things will be just fine because I don't plan on driving it in the rain much. I might run into some rain while I'm dailying it here, but hopefully not. So snap. Hey, it helps if you put it the right way. Okay, geez. Wiper blades in. So there you have it, guys. This is part 1 of the Jeep TJ Daily Driver series. I'm going to do a second part doing a little more cosmetic stuff on this thing. I've got a few things I want to do to this thing to kind of personalize it, customize it a little bit, and just kind of spruce it up a little bit. It's in need of a few things here. So part 1, I wanted to get it to where I could drive it reliably, not have to worry about it driving back and forth to work. It's about 60 miles round trip, roughly, for me to work and back. So, she's got to be tip-top shape. She's a 01, just getting some years on her. I want to make sure we aren't going to run into any issues while I'm putting my truck down for the count there for a while. So stay tuned for part 2 if you like this video. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.